Om Namah Shivaya, Om Amrit Namah. I am Amrit Das of class 10 and want to show you a video on the topic 100 days written by A.L. Bosses Esther. On Monday, Wanda Petronsky was not in her class seat, but nobody noticed her absence. She usually sat in the corner of room 13, which housed the rough boys. These boys did not score high marks, were the loudest, and sat in the dirtiest section of the room. Wanda was a quiet girl without any friends. She came from Bogenside, which was the poorest neighborhood in the town. She sat in the corner of room 13, overlooked by. The only time anyone noticed Wanda was after school hours when they made fun of Wanda. On Wednesday, Peggy and Maddie noticed that Wanda was not in class. The reason they noticed Wanda's absence was because she made them late to class. Peggy was the most popular girl in school, and Maddie was her closest friend. Usually, they waited for Wanda so that they could make fun of her. No one in room 13 had a name like Wanda. Wanda came to school alone and wear a faded blue dress. Though her dress was clean, it was wrinkled and loose. Peggy, outwardly polite, would ask Wanda how many dresses she had in her closet. Wanda would reply she had 100 dresses, all made up of silk and velvet. They would let her go and then laugh behind her back. They didn't believe that Wanda, who wore a faded blue dress, had 100. They would also ask her how many shoes she had. Wanda would reply she had 60 pairs of shoes. The girls again did not believe her, so they would ask Wanda if they were all of the same color. Wanda would reply that they were all of different colors. Peggy was not a cruel girl. She did not believe that Wanda had 100 dresses and therefore felt justified in making fun of Wanda. Maddie, however, did not feel good about teasing Wanda. Sometimes, when Peggy politely mocked Wanda, Maddie would stay silent and quiet. So, she was glad when Wanda did not come to school that day. While Maddie worked on an arithmetic problem, she thought about writing a note to Peggy, asking her to stop this game. But Maddie was afraid. She imagined how she would feel if Peggy told everyone that she was not wearing Peggy's old dress. So she tore the note and hoped Peggy would stop making fun of Wanda. Peggy was the most popular girl in the school, while Wanda was a girl from the poorest part of the town who did not have any kind of friends. Thinking of Wanda's dresses, Maddie thought of the drawing and coloring contest in the school. For girls, the contest was about drawing dresses, and for boys, designing motorboats. She knew Peggy would win the contest since Peggy could draw very well. The next day, it was raining, so Peggy and Maddie came straight to school without writing for Wanda. Maddie wished Peggy good luck and hoped she would win the contest. When they entered the classroom, they were dazzled by the drawings that had been put up all over the classroom. Miss Mason, their teacher, waited until all the students were gathered in the classroom. Then she announced the winner for the boys' contest. She then informed the class that while most of the girls submitted one or more drawings, only girl from the class had drawn pictures of 100 dresses. She then happily announced that Wanda Petronsky was the winner of the girl contest. Though Wanda was not present that day to collect the medal, Miss Masoon hoped she would in class tomorrow the collect the award. For now, Miss Mason asked her student to take a walk around class and admire Wanda's drawing. Maddie, looking around, recognized some of the drawings and whispered excitedly to Peggy. Maddie realized that all the drawings were made by Wanda. A student brought Miss Mason a note. The class currently was admiring Wanda's sketches. She read the note several times before calling the class to attention. The letter, she informed them, was from Wanda's father. There was an air of anticipation and the class waited on Miss Mason to read the letter. She read it out slowly. In the letter, Wanda's father, Jan, writes saying that Wanda will not attend school anymore. They were moving to big city. No one will shout, insult at them or make fun of their names in the city. Miss Mason sternly hoped that no one in her class hurt Wanda in the manner described by her father. Then she asked the class to reflect on this unfortunate event. After hearing Miss Mason's announcement, Maddie could not concentrate on her lessons. She thought about all the times she had remained silent when Peggy made fun of Wanda. This made her a coward. Maddie decided to find Wanda and make amends. On meeting Wanda, she would congratulate her on winning the contest and then compliment her on the drawings. After school, Peggy suggested that they go visit Wanda up at Bogenside. Bogenside looked quite forbidden in the gloomy, damp November afternoon. As they walked, Peggy told Maggie that at least she hadn't called Wanda a foreigner or made fun of her. Maddie did not reply. She only hoped to find Wanda and make an amends with her. The Petronskis lived in a little white house. The house looked poor, but it was clean. It also looked empty. The house, Maddie thought, looked like Wanda's dress, old but clean. Peggy and Maddie knocked on the front and back door, but there was no answer. The Petronsky had clearly left for the city. Maddie was deeply affected by Wanda's departure. She thought that about all the time she had not stood up for Wanda. On Saturday, Peggy and Maddie wrote a friendly letter to Wanda. They did not receive any reply for quite some time. Peggy started to forget the incident, but poor Maddie felt guilty that she could not make things right with Wanda. She dreamed of standing up to everyone at school, telling them off for teasing Wanda. Then, on the last day of school, Miss Mason told the class that she had received a letter from Wanda. In the letter, Wanda asked the teacher to let the girls keep the dresses since she had new ones in her closet now. She asked Miss Mason to give the drawings of the red and blue dresses to Peggy and Maddie. She concludes the letter with wishing everyone Merry Christmas. Peggy is satisfied with the letter, but Maddie is not. She feels that she would be able to make the things right with Wanda pins. Once home, she pins the drawing to the wall. The drawings covered the torn wallpaper and made the bedroom come alive with its vibrant color. As she admired the drawings, she suddenly noticed that the girl wearing the dress resembled her. She ran over to Peggy's house and asked for the drawing Wanda made for Peggy. Excitedly, she pointed out to Peggy that the girl in the drawing had Peggy's face. By depicting the girls' faces in her drawing, Wanda clearly shows that her affection for the girls in her class, even after being made fun by them. Thank you.